good evening. How are you all doing on this wonderful Sunday evening? And it's finally the holidays. It's a bit of a different Christmas than usual, but it's still Christmas, which is still nice. Hey Damselfish, good to see you here. And Waterfalls, of course, always here. And welcome, God, how do I say your name? Dudder. And everyone else. Leave work, Telex, of course Zork, welcome all. To this nice RCT2 stream. It's the good park. The bad park was a one-off. Thank God. We're not gonna do that again. Well, we will sometime in the future, but not today. Sup Austin and EJ Boogie, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all having a good time. I hope you will all have a nice holiday and good Christmas and New Year or whatever else you're celebrating. And let's get started, shall we? So, I'll do a bit of a rundown of the park for anyone who hasn't seen this before or who has forgotten, such as Schmitty, welcome to your first stream, and welcome Max. I'll go quickly by some of the main rides and areas. So first off, we have a nice entrance area here with you know, a couple of stalls, bit of foliage. I did my best with the foliage. It looks alright, I think. No, I will not delete all the rides and stalls. This is a more serious park. And then here we have the future area. And apparently I think that future is abstract art and neon colors, but I call it future. Where we have an LIM coaster with a very high intensity rating. And we have a teleporting go-karts. Which, you know... Oh, thank you very much, Max, for renewing the sub. Appreciate it a lot. This defies the laws of physics a little bit. But it somehow works. So just go with it. You know, teleportation should be impossible, but they made it work. Oh, wait, what happened? Okay, there we go. Here is our wooden coaster, and this is still my favorite coaster in the park, probably. It's a jungle themed wooden coaster. Oh, wait a minute. I think, hang on. No, never mind. I thought I saw an auto clicker running from before, but whatever. Let's continue. This wooden coaster has as a neat feature some entertainers dressed in animal costumes, pretending to be jungle animals. Imagine being on an actual wooden coaster and just seeing that. Forever, yeah, they've been here for about, well, almost 7 years. Which is fairly long. But hey, I pay them well. $2 an hour. Then we continued mostly this way first. Okay. Oh, never mind. Thank you very much, Sork. I keep forgetting that I have awesome moderators who do that for me. So, we got this big floorless coaster. With some good stats. 8.6 excitement, which is a tad low for a thing this big. But then again, I didn't do too much decoration apart from trees. So it could be higher. Could get it over 10 if I wanted to. I'm not going to, because it currently looks nice. Then here we have our Titanic, which is stuck on an iceberg, and our Titanic rescue mission. And we have a swinging ship, which is nothing special. And to make sure that the guests on the rescue mission actually are able to find the exit, there is an invisible track that directs them a bit this way, otherwise they get stuck here all the time. Because they're stupid. Okay, let's move on. This is our 3 motion simulators owned by Mr. Bones himself. And they are kind of in our, in our graveyard area. And I believe it's not the only graveyard area, if I remember correctly. We'll see about that later. I might have confused it with a different park. And here we have our yin and yang Ferris wheels. Which is, well, black and white Ferris wheels. Nothing special. Cute pandas though. And a nice hill. Is that graveyard area where sacrifices go? Yes. I buried them there. Have you seen the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction? I've heard about it, but haven't seen too much. Haven't really looked at it very much. Welcome, K-Shizzle. Yeah, it's going well. And welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well too. Then, we also have this monstrosity with a very tall first drop. And it might be the highest excitement rating in the park. With almost 9. It's a Roman-themed vertical coaster. With 2 entertainers battling it out inside the Colosseum. 1 tiger and 1 gladiator. Then here, yes, here we have the other graveyard area. I did not confuse this with another park. With a haunted house and a ghost ride. Nothing special. Then we have a log flume. Which is also nothing special. It's just, you know, pretty standard. And then we get into 3 heavily themed areas. Firstly, we have the candy coaster. Which is called Dentist's Nightmare. Which is, well, as you can see, a junior coaster with bright colors and candy all around. As much as you can eat. Then we have this, what is this, a corkscrew? Yeah. And it's very blue and it's icy. But I think I would like this coaster in real life. Except, well, the chain lift is a bit odd. But other than that, it looks cool, I think. There's a bit of a cave here. Tunnel. And then lastly we have our deserty bit. Which is called, of course, Darude Sandstorm. Because everything is called Darude Sandstorm. Wait, did I? Oh, it's just broken down. I did not forget to open it. And I think that's about it. Well, we got a monorail, but that's nothing special. So, let's start expanding. Welcome to the stream. Alex plays basket. So, what coaster do you guys want me to build? Just do some suggestions and I might take one. One that I like. Also, preferably one that I don't have yet. Could you make dueling coasters Jupiter and Saturn in honor of the conjunction tomorrow? Well, that's a perfect timing. But still, what coaster type? Mine Train coaster? Wouldn't we already have? I can do a Mine Train coaster. I can do dueling Mine Trains. That would be cool. And of course, Saturn, Jupiter. Where shall I place it? I think this is a nice position. Hardline coaster with more than 4 excitement. Now that's easy. The hardline coaster may be terrible, but 4 excitement is not that high even for the hardline. Mine Train doesn't really fit Jupiter, Saturn. Okay, maybe you're right. That's a good point. I'll keep the Mine Train for later then. I'll still build it here. Someone said Steel Twister. I can do a Twister coaster. I have Floorless. I could do a Hyper Twister. Spiral Coaster. Spiral Coaster could work. It's a bit of an old coaster, but I like the... Yeah, I have some ideas for this. Hey RCT2, welcome. So, let's do the stations here. So. We'll do these kind of curved lift hills, not that we have much of a choice. Okay, this is a bit of a downer. You're just one too low. And if you go once more around, you just get one extra steep bit. I think. Oh, you can't anyway. Could make them go underground. It's actually not a bad idea. Because space goes underground. The moon, you can go underground on the moon, so this is very realistic. Alright, let's start building the other one. That looks cool. Remember to give it a loop. That's gonna be tricky. As the spiral coaster does not get access to vertical loopings. So I'm going to have to pass on that. It would also look quite odd to have the spiral coaster do a loop. Considering that the trains don't have sprites for loopings. Okay, now I want to make this one go over it. I don't often build dueling coasters. But I suppose this looks cool. Now we do this. Because now they've switched. The red one is on the left now instead of the right. Which is a fairly standard trick, I believe, but it's cool nonetheless. And if we do this, we can just... Okay, so yeah, that doesn't always work out too well. The reversal coaster has sprites for turns and inversions. Yeah, I do believe that every coaster has at least sprites for turns. The hardline does as well. Okay, how am I going to do this? I could just do this and then do this. It doesn't. They don't have to be racing all the time. It can be dueling. Oh wait, that's not good. Needs to be a smaller turn, so that they end up next to each other again. As long as eventually they'll finish near the same area, you know, have the same ride time, it'll be alright. Because now, this one goes up again. So this one is slower. So it should sort of balance out, right? I'm no expert on this. You could have an area where one goes like right and the other left and they take a bit before they get close again. Yeah, I've seen dueling coasters do that, so I could definitely do that. Okay, let's see what we got so far. So how you test this in Open RCT2, you pause the game, you put this one in test mode and this one in test mode, and you just unpause. Then you fast forward a bit with a lot of lag, because the chain lift takes forever. And then now we see what they do. Oh, that sounds cool. Ah, they're about evenly matched so far. So that's cool. So I think it might be time for them to split up a bit. So we'll do this and then we'll do turns, one to the left, one to the right. And we'll see what happens. So while we're building this, do you guys have any nice plans for Christmas or New Year? Despite, you know, the situation. Because I will be celebrating Christmas at my parents' place. Ameland, Disney World. Is Disney World open? That's pretty irresponsible, I think. Going to Ameland's pretty cool. I've been there once. In primary school. I'll keep this open-ended for a bit and work on this. They will be separate rides. So, are you going to like a bungalow or something on Ameland? I suppose it can't be like a camping because that would all be closed. It would have to be like individual bungalows or something. Ameland's lovely in winter. Probably, and if it snows, probably even better. I've only been there in the summer, of course. Okay, I think we might have to go steep here. Does that fit? No, that doesn't fit. Well, I wish you all the fun on your Ameland holiday. Can you please stop? I might build dueling toilets, I might not. But stop spamming about it. Okay, let's see. How close we are right now to them being together and which one I need to make longer. Or shorter, I suppose. There we go. Alright, let's see. Pause. Untest and test. Untest and test. And there we go. Do you have an online merch store yet? No, I don't. And I might do it at some point. I've had some ideas for merch design. For example, my old profile picture on a shirt. But other than that, I don't really have many ideas. Good morning from Australia. Pretty early where you are, Mr. Conquer, but welcome to the stream. Alright, doing well so far. Let's see where they end up. Okay, so red needs a bit longer. That's kind of what I expected. Oh, you haven't been to bed yet. That's not really a good morning, it's more like a good night. Oh, which one were you watching? Phone number. Okay, let's make this a bit longer. If I just make it go over here. Then it'll be longer, or well, at least the train will be going slower. Right. The 42 tips for scenarios. Oh yeah, I love that video of mine. I think it's one of my better videos. And it did not do well at the start at all, but it's one of those videos that has longevity. Because people will, it's a searchable video, people will search for it. If you make, for example, vlogs, you can have a very entertaining vlog and it might be very popular at the start, but if it's not something people will search for it, it might fall off very steeply. And something like the scenario tutorials that I did and the tips and all that kind of stuff is as much more longevity, and you see that in the view counts. But for example, the longest roller coaster video is entirely dead. It's got a lot more views, like 1.8 million, the most viewed on my channel, but it doesn't get views anymore, barely. Because it's not really a thing that people search for. Alright, let's see where we are. Okay, now red is a bit too early. Wait, still too early. Well, need to make it longer again. We can do that. Let's see. What if we just do this? No, I don't want to do that. I wanted to put a small bump there, but I don't think that's really what we want here. I could just do this. That makes red longer. Let's see where we end up. Should be about even now. Maybe add some brakes. I don't really like fine-tuning with brakes. It feels like cheapening out. Although I suppose these straight bits don't help either. Although one of these straight bits is necessary because I couldn't go up yet, which I was planning to. Sell personalized voicemail messages in your shop. No, thank you. That would be kind of creepy. Like, sure, I get the idea, but no. Alright, here they go again. Ah, that's... Whoa, that's very perfect. I love that. We can work with this. I'll slowly work my way back to the station now. May I suggest color schemes? I suggest you wait a little bit with that until I'm done finishing the coaster. And once we get to the coloring bit. But yeah, sure, you may of course suggest color schemes. Okay, let's do something fun. A helix. And we can do this. Another helix. Aw. I need to be one further along. That's a pretty neat coaster. Thank you very much, Warhawks. Or no Warhawks. Alright. Now I kind of gotta find a way. I would do an helix the other way to make Grey catch up again, but that's not really happening. Sacrificed park guest as a merch idea. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, you might just call someone and randomly hear yourself answer. That would be... I would not be okay with that. Not at all. Okay, then we do this. Just, you know, have a few last interactions. And then this one needs to go up again. And then we can, if we do this. Okay, that doesn't fit at all. Well, we're actually only one tile off, so I can make this fit. I can definitely make this fit. Does this coaster type have a photo section? Oh yes, I can add that in somewhere. In fact, let me add it in here. For both of them. And then this one. Can I go down here like that? No, I can't. Can I do this? Nope, this is in the way. It's always a bit of faffing around to get it right. Oh, no, that's what I want. Ah, that still doesn't fit. What if I do this? If I make this a bigger turn, it might just fit. No, it still doesn't. Well, that's a shame. Because I kind of wanted them to be side by side again, but I might just have to concede for there being one tile in between. Because that does fit. Which I already knew would fit, but I was trying out new stuff. Okay, that one is done now. No brakes, because real men don't use brakes. They just die if something unexpected happens. Alrighty. Oh, no, I wanted to build these. Let's test these for real. I hope you don't have a car. I do not. I do have a driver's license though. And so far I've driven for about I've had a license for about 6 years now, and I've never made any damage. Which is good. And I don't drive a lot, but I've driven some pretty far distances. I've driven to Austria once, alternating with my mum, which was pretty cool. Got to go on some of the sections in Germany with no speed limit. Not that I didn't go that fast. I only got up to about 160 kilometers an hour, which is still pretty fast. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like 220 or something, which a lot of Germans actually do. You got all the way to Austria without braking. It's not very difficult. I mean, you don't have to stop on the way there. Once you get there, you know, you've got to find a way to stop, but you're already in Austria. Is this good enough? Grey is a bit behind, but is that good enough? Oh, hey, Fleek. I still have a lot of trouble pronouncing that first consonant sound of your name. You're really good at making these. Thank you. I don't do them a lot, but I try my best when I do. I think the last dueling coaster I made was Fire and Ice dueling wooden coaster during my 12-hour stream. Wait, for space themed, this should be red. Yes. Okay, let's first do the colors, because Max RCS has posted them. Jupiter Bordeaux Red, which is this one. Dark Orange. Light Brown. And for Saturn, Salmon Pink. Light Brown. And Dark Brown. Okay, so salmon pink is my least favorite color out of these 32, but it actually works pretty nicely here. Okay, this one's got to be called Jupiter. I like these colors. And this one's of course Saturn. 160 is about the max you should go for, but sometimes you see people driving at 200, which is kind of pointless. At least to you. Well, I've seen people do a lot faster than 200 on the Autobahn. And, you know, you get places faster. So it's not entirely pointless. But I do see what you mean. Oh, we can go under this. Oh, we can't go there. No, I don't want this. That's what I want. Alright. Now to connect the entrance path. Or exit path. I already did the entrance, of course. Vehicle colors. Yeah, I should also still do those. Alright. And now it's connected. Let's open them. I'm wondering, what are the stats actually? Whoa! 8 excitement and almost 8. Where did that come from? Like, I know they're synchronized, but... Whoa. That's like at least 1 point more than I expected. And I know that it has a that the Spiral Coaster has the best excitement to intensity ratio in the game, along with the Giga Coaster. But I just expected all stats to be a tad lower. I also think that almost 6 intensity is a bit much for this. But hang on, I'm getting a... Nope. My brother just called me on Discord, but that's gonna be a no. Alright, let's decorate it. I'll let him know I'm live streaming. You tricked 90 people? What do you mean? Decorate, yes. Do I have space theming? No, I don't. Alright, let's give myself some space theming. Let's see. I need to go to object selection. Oh, the Discord call sound. Nice. Wait, no, it is not. It's object selection, not objective selection. Oh yes, I do have the void tile custom object. I can use that. But let's first just get space. Because I do want to keep it vanilla as much as possible. Ooh, we still have enough space left to select them all the objects, which is nice. Alright, is it called void? Black background. Add some Mr. Bones stitch for accurate theming. It won't really be. That's not accurate. Okay, what is it called? Oh, I think, yeah, they're big scenery items. Never mind, I found them. I'll just keep it to the 1x1. Hi, Identity. Welcome to the stream. I mean, it was a 1,000-kilometer drive to Austria. It's not like that's nothing. Alright, let's make this red rocks. I don't think that a 1,000-kilometer drive is an everyday business for most Americans. Like, sure, it's only a third of the country or a fourth of the country east to west. But it's still a big drive. Alright, let's add some space themes. Space rocket, why not? Yeah, and Americans think 100 years is long. There's like, yeah, in Europe 100 miles is a long distance, and in America 100 years is a long time. Alright, let's do 3 space rockets. Why not? We could not have any in SimCity due to the sound, due to the noise complaints. So we can have 4 right here. Cause why not? Ooh, alien trees. Yes, I can still do trees. I like trees. I hope I didn't forget about this tree in my trees overview. Space is too noisy. Time to stop all space exploration. Well, the point is that it was that the rocket was launched every few minutes. which, and there were people living right next to it, which, yeah, I understand, it's a bit noisy. There's also a Martian theming. Actually, let me see if I can get that one. Can we still get all the items for that? No, we can't. Is there any theming that I can deselect, which I'm not really using? Well, I'm not using most of the mechanical theming. Let's deselect the mechanical theming. And then let's enable the Martian theming. Ooh, we still haven't got all of them. Future theming also has some weird shit. Yeah, but... future theming is a lot of pieces, so I don't want to enable that. Ah, they were in my trees overview. I called them weird. Well, I was right there. They are definitely weird. So I'm kind of treating these objects as trees as well. Which might not be the best thing. Maybe I should do something more organized with them. Maybe like, I don't know, rows of them. To, I don't know, signify something. Maybe put a Martian object in the middle. I can't because I put them on the outside of the tiles. I don't know. Let's do a volcano. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 bits of fire inside. Jupiter and Saturn coasters and then Martian theming. Well, now that we have Martian theming, we have the entire trio of Team Galactic captains from Pokemon Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. Is there anyone else in the chat who was thinking about those captains when we were talking about this space theming? Oh yes, we can do some of this. It wasn't, and your name is Arceus. Yep. I'm officially disappointed in you. Oh, there's support just hanging in the air. I like that. I really do. We'll just add random bits of space. Distortion world. Yeah, this could be the distortion world. I should make them less square. The void is perfectly stable. Oh, hang on. What if I do this? Oh. No, I can't do that. I need zero clearance for that. It's gonna glitch out. I'm not gonna do that. That black paint is cheap. Yeah, it's a custom item. They just made it one. It needs to have a cost. And then this single floating piece is upholding a space capsule. This reminds me a bit of the old Flash game, Run to Run. Do any of you guys know that? I had a friend who used to play it a lot. Wish this game has Control Z. That would be pretty useful, yeah. Alright, some more here. This actually looks really cool. Yeah, this was a great idea. I don't remember who suggested it, but it was a fantastic idea. Alright, let's build some more Martian stuff and space stuff. Maybe some more near the entrance path. I could try to place it under this, but that's gonna get glitchy. I could do this though. Which is, you know, close enough, I would say. Like, if you fall off, you're dead. You're falling into the void. If you trip or something. If you lose your balance. Alright, now on to more space stuff. We can do these little, whatever they are, Martian objects. And whatever this is. I wonder who came up with these. Like, why a big lamp? I mean, it doesn't specify that this thing is a lamp, but to me it's a lamp. It takes quite a bit of creativity to come up with that. Enable Twitch integration. Oh yes, I should. And once again, I've forgotten. There we go. Starting up now. Luckily it's really easy. Kind of reminds you of a vacuum tube. It might very well look like that, because I don't know what one looks like. Let's do some more space stuff. Oh, we have another tree. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make all the supports which are above the void disappear. Like magic. Okay, we got a couple of space capsules here. Alright, looks good enough. Now, before we do that, let's actually make this space themed. There we go. And now let's make some supports disappear. Which is actually really easy. Just like that. They all disappear. Because right now the game thinks, because the track is listed below the surface, that the track is below the surface, which means that it doesn't have to draw any supports. But the track is still drawn at the correct height. So you end up with exactly what you want, a track with no supports. And this one. Doesn't that affect excitement value? Because it thinks it's going underground. Good question, actually. I don't know, because there's not a tunnel. And it might be that the thing that it requires to determine it as being underground, that might be a tunnel. I don't know how that works. Hey, we've reached 100 viewers. Thank you all for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate you being here. And I will be live more often during the holidays. So look forward to that. And I will also be live during some times that is not the evening. Which would be nice for Asian and Australian viewers. What are the Twitch commands? Currently there's not any. Can you look the walls on the halls? Well, there are some Twitch commands for the Nightbot, which is just to, you know, see my Discord. But for the park, not any are working because I did not enable them. Which one would be better though? Because these are all clearly human-made, except the ice one and this one. I could do this, which probably looks a bit better. Remove support next to the 4th rocket. I see it, yes. I missed that. Okay, we also need to color the trains. What kind of colors? We could just reverse this. Let's see what happens if we do that. That's the thing I like to do. Have a blue track with red trains and a red track with blue trains. And this looks quite alright. I think I'll stick with this. You could color the trains to resemble the rocket scenery pieces. I could try that as well. Also, apparently I missed another support. Currently to your left. Oh, not just one support. That's a lot of supports. Oh, oops, I accidentally selected some scenery. There we go. I can also do this. Which is fun. Because now we have a jump over the void. Let's watch them jump over it. Looks pretty cool. Okay, so let's try to imitate the... I think you meant this piece with the rocket. I love how creative your custom roller coasters are. Oh, thank you. I like adding small stuff like, you know, a jump or something. Although a lot of the ideas are yours. Okay, let's see. I think I need this. And this a little bit of yellow. This sort of resembles it. Maybe if I do these the other way around. No, I think this is better. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool as well. Although I think I prefer the just switching around the coloration. So I think I'm going to stick with that. There we go. Start a duck migration, sure. Create ducks. First time catching a live stream. I loved this game as a child and was super happy to see it still has an active community on your YouTube. Oh, thank you very much. And welcome to your first live stream, D Mountain. And it's not just me, by the way. There are a lot of smaller live streamers and YouTubers. who still play this game. Let's see, where are the... Oh, there are the ducks. Found them. Sadly, you can't skin them here like you can in RCT3. They will make noises though. So another live streamer that might be to your liking would be Cody Watkins. He mainly plays Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, just like me. And, you know, he's great. Give one space theme. Oh, you mean music? Yeah. I meant to do that, but I forgot. So thank you for reminding me. Space style. It's not really that exciting, to be honest. But I suppose it's spacey. So I don't get the whole Monke and Monkas thing. Is that a new meme that I'm too old and disconnected to understand? Flying saucers or Enterprise would look good in a space-themed area. Definitely. Let me build an Enterprise. Oh hey, here are the ducks from the other side. Also, back to Sunny. Do you not have better Twitch TV installed? I believe I do. At least I enabled those when Streamlabs asked me if I wanted to. So I might need to look at that again. Okay, I can't watch that video right now. But I'll just Google for it later. I'll find it again. Oh, the Streamlabs thing only just displays those emotes for the on-screen chat. Okay. So I'll need to look at that then. Also, I forgot to change this bit. Let's see, do I have a flying saucers? Of course I have a flying saucers. Let's build it here. Alright. Whoops, I still need to open it. And now let's finish this loop back around. There we go. And we can put something else here. It doesn't have to be space themed. It can be just regular themed. Okay, here is a crashed satellite. And we'll do a little bit of a thing here. There we go. And we can do that around here as well. And why not for the Enterprise too? Hello, Spockermania. Welcome to another stream. Come on, let me place it. Thank you. Can you rename the Enterprise to a bunch of letters and numbers? Sure. What's the significance of those letters and numbers? Is it like some US spacecraft or something? 1701D. There we go. Oh, it's Star Trek. I have never watched Star Trek. Or Star Wars. So, I fully understand it if you stop watching me now that you know that I haven't watched them. Because apparently everyone has watched them, and I haven't. And I have no desire to. I'm generally not a big movie fan. And I don't know, I just never watched them. Alright, see ya, Mr. Conker. I haven't seen them either. Yes, I have a soulmate. Ooh, another thing I haven't seen. Game of Thrones. Never seen a bit of it. Also never read the books. Well, I know Star Trek is space stuff. That's about all I know. What ride should go here? We can do a small coaster or something like a water ride. Any ideas? I won't do a mine train here because I need more space for a mine train. You just saw Home Alone for the first time a week ago. Oh, never seen that as well. Splash boats, dinghy slide, submarine ride. Okay, so I won't do a submarine ride because, God, I disliked it, right? I think I'll do a dinghy slide then. Which is Damselfish's suggestion. Let's see if we got any cool designs here. I won't build them, but I'll look through them anyway. Ooh, this looks cool. Look at this. This looks amazing. And like a lot of the U designs, it's, what's it called? A Mobius design. So one show that I have watched is Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, which are both amazing. And it's definitely the best show that I've ever watched. Also one of the only ones, but never mind. Considering also all the films, the Harry Potter films and whatever that I've watched, it's definitely the best. Alright, let's remove this thing, because I said we weren't gonna build it. Let's build a custom one, as usual. That was a Mobius that I just built. So, for anyone that's watched Avatar, what's your favorite character? I already have a guess of two characters that we'll see a lot. Zuko and General Iroh. There we go. Those were exactly the two characters that I expected to see. Alright, let's make this a bit more intense. It won't be a Mobius, but I will do some intense things with it. The cabbage guy, Sokka. Sokka is nice. The cabbage guy I don't think you can really have as a favorite character because it's not really a character of the show. I wouldn't count it as a character. It has probably like 5 minutes screen time at most. I won't add a looping because that's too finicky. But I will. So there's a reason that I put a tunnel here. And some of you might already be able to predict what I'm going to put there. What I'm going to do there. Especially as I build the second hill as tall as the first one. Which it normally shouldn't be able to make it. Yeah, you guys are getting it. Let's actually extend this jump. So now it's actually taller than the original hill. I'm gonna need a very high speed lift hill. Alright, let's enable that. Unlock operating limits. So I said I wasn't going to cheat, and I'm slowly starting to cheat more and more. I'm fine with that though. Alright, let's try 62 kilometers an hour. I'm also going to do this. Disable plant withering on water plants. Will it make it? Yes, it will. In RCT2 I made an aqua blaster slide with a hill that launched at the maximum speed into a single tile of pool. Yeah, I've done stuff like that as well. It's always amazing. I think it only just about makes it over there. Like, how fast is it going? Oh, let's just do boat 1. 19. It will go significantly faster if there are guests on it. Because the added weight means that it slows down a lot less. And now just for fun, another fast chain lift here. At the end, just to have some extra speed. Nah, I'll do it here. Looks better. It's less efficient, but it looks better. Okay, now for the actual jump bit. Luckily it's really easy because there's a hotkey for making a tile invisible. Actually, I want to do something else as well. Alright. Can the dinghy crash by running into another dinghy too fast? Yes. You might not want the lift hill at the end then. It won't be a problem. As long as the ride doesn't break down. If it does break down, then yes, we might have a few dead guests. But that's a risk I am willing to take. Alright. Open. So, the thing I wanted to do... I wanted to make this a bit more dangerous looking. So what we are going to do is make this invisible. And then, this is a trick I used in my cursed rides video. I need to turn on zero clearance. Or turn off clearance checks, whichever you prefer. Now I need to build the exact same thing in the opposite direction. There we go. Now it looks like it should fly off the tracks, because there's no tunnel here. In fact, there's no tunnel on the entire thing. But it doesn't, because there is a tunnel there. It's just, I've just used cheats to make it look like there's not. Although technically in a tunnel they would just be smashing their heads against the roof, which, you know, in real life would be considered a bit dangerous. A tiny bit. But Roller Coaster Tycoon guests are pretty much invincible in some areas like that one. Let's, before I forget, build a balloon stall here, which sells black balloons. Alright, let's see if we can get any different colors. Oh, this looks actually quite nice, but I think I want it the other way around. Yeah, this looks better. And then, I don't know, let's make these yellow. Doesn't really matter. Okay, let's now color this one the same. Make a bobsled coaster with tunnels so it doesn't crash using arbitrary ride types. Oh, that could be fun. Okay, now I have some Christmas theming around it. I don't think there's a particular Christmas theme in the game. Like, this is snow and ice, which is probably the closest you can get to a Christmas theme. But I'm not sure if there are actual Christmassy stuff. Of course there will be custom scenery, but I don't want to dive too deep into custom scenery. Then again, I probably said in the very first episode that I was not going to use any custom scenery, and I already have with this void tile thing. I think I'll keep this normal themed. I don't really want to extend this icy bit. So I'll just put some normal trees around it. These three are all essentially just the same tree, just slightly different colors. Hey Roland, welcome to this Sunday evening stream. Hope you're doing well and hope you will enjoy your holiday. Or don't you have a holiday yet with your PhD, you know, busy all the time? Alright, I think this is enough trees. Let's do some underbrush. It's just basically just small bushes. Australian Christmas then, just sunny and no snow. 60% humidity at 34 degrees. Yeah, I mean, if you have a Christmas in the jungle, it won't be snowing anyway. Oh, you're taking 3 weeks. That's pretty cool. It's longer than I have. I hope you really enjoy them. You probably need them, considering that a PhD is pretty hard work. I don't have any big plans. As usual, I'm going to my parents, both for Christmas and New Year's. I will also be streaming a bit more. But other than that, nothing special. There's also some world event that would be preventing me from doing anything special anyway. Like, what were the developers thinking when they decided that 2020 would be a great year to introduce a pandemic? Like, we as the players don't appreciate that. They should take their player base into account. I think this is enough for now. Do you guys have any ideas for a name? Do you usually put fences around your rides? No. Yeah, the balancing is way off. I think 2021 might be a progressive year. Might be very progressive. I'm not sure. They might just extend this stupid world event. I hope they don't. Yeah, I need to change up the minimum waiting time. Slidey McSlide face. Alright. It's not anything, it's not a themed ride, so that this fits nicely. Okay, the minimum wage time, or maximum wait actually. Wouldn't it be good to move the exit more to the front? I don't believe that matters. I think that guests can already get on as soon as the guests have exited the cart. But let's have a look anyway. Like, it won't matter for now, but it'll matter for later. Yeah, this is pretty close to the actual death slide in Fiasco Forest. Okay, I don't think that will matter at all, since we have more carts than we can handle. Even on minimum waiting time. And even then, I would not do it, since these rides don't make any money anyway. And I think this just looks better. Like, I might be the only one. But I always really like the look of a 6 or 7 tile station with the exit 1 tile from the back and the entrance 1 tile from the front. It just looks nice. It's symmetrical, I suppose. Are we getting any new guests? Yes, but very slowly. Good enough for me. Once we build a new ride, we get some new guests. These two raise the soft guest cap by quite a bit. Aesthetically pleasing, yeah. I like the worst. I really like the worst aesthetics, and aesthetically, I can just never spell it. It's one of those words. Like, I used to have that with necessary. I would always misspell it, and it would drive me nuts. Eventually I learned how to spell it. Haven't learned that yet for aesthetics though. Like, I know there's an AE somewhere, but I can never find the correct spot to put it. Also, I think we might need some more mechanics. Because I've seen some rides being closed down for longer than they should, I think. It's right at the start. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Is that an open RCT thing? Maybe. Or I'm just wrong. Or you are wrong. Either of those three, and I don't know. Either you're right, or I'm right, or we're both right. Alright, I think we can charge 150 for this park. I wouldn't pay for that, but the guests do. The word for me is anesthesia, which is unfortunate because my job is fixing anesthesia machines. Well, luckily I don't use that word often. But I would not know how to spell it properly either. How big is this map? Fairly large. It's the largest map possible. I'm not going to fill it up probably. I will be probably run out of rides to build before that. Alright, let's see. What's the most common thought? This park is really clean and tidy. Ha! Yeah! I'm doing good. You see that, Mom? People are saying that my park is good. My mom's probably not watching, but she should be proud of me. And then I need to go to the toilet. I can build more toilets. How many toilets do I have? I'm proud of you. Oh, thank you. I have 4 toilets. Yeah, that's not much. I'll build some more. I probably need more stalls in general. I do have a fair few. But yeah, I might need some here. Name a guest COVID-19 and then drown them. That's not a bad idea. No. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do something a lot better. I've got an idea. Let's see. Which coaster type do I want? A limb will suffice. Can you put in a big lake or some hills to space out the rides a bit? Oh yeah, I could do that. Actually, that would be a first for me, because I never do that. Alright, this is going to be fun. Screw you, support limit. Alright, then we're going to do this. Then launch it as fast as... well, not as fast as we can, but pretty fast. Make it wait for full load. Screw this, we don't need the entire path anyway. Right, I should be deleting this. There we go. And open. And we will call this COVID Killer. And right before this launches, we will name every guest on this ride COVID-19. Okay, what can I add below this to make the crash worse? But before we get to that, let's advertise COVID Killer. You know, let's run all advertisements. Fire. Lots of fire. That's not such a bad idea. Okay, so this might take a while. So I do have... ooh, there's the first one. I do have a method to get them on faster. But I won't use that yet. Because now we have some time to decorate. Okay, where exactly is it reaching the ground? Somewhere here, right? You know what? We can do that quicker. Like this. Wait, like this. Into a giant pit of fire. There we go. The skeletons of its victims. I can put bones in here. There we go. That looks pretty scary. Yeah, we're solving Corona. Okay, now let's get some actual guests in here. We'll just do this again. Which we also did last week. Did I just hear thunder? Like in real life, not in the game. Alright, this should get us some guests. Into Corona Killer. Or COVID Killer. There we go. Oh, I should also... No, I should not enable that cheat. That casts right all intensities. Thunder in December. I mean, that's not illogical, right? You can have thunder any time of year. There we go, it's filling up. Make sure to rename them before it launches. I will. Luckily I can use this thing. There's space for 28 guests. Let's wait until they're all on. We have 25 now, we need 3 more. Okay, that is 3 more. Let's rename all of them. COVID-19. COVID-19. Can I select this and... No, you can't select here. That's a shame. Because then I could just copy paste. COVID-19. Okay, that's all those. And let's do all of these. That's a lot of guests. Shift and arrow keys. I'm not sure how that will work. COVID-19. COVID-19. We're gonna kill a lot of corona with this. This Megapark is slowly turning into last week's shitposting stream. Yeah, the COVID-19 virus is kind of like the Sahara Desert. It's art. Oh, this definitely is art. I think we've done more than half now. Let's see, do we have any more here? Yes, we do. Erica R, you're going to die. I hope you have life insurance, because that would get your family some money. Yeah, ATM machine is the same thing. Although, sort of yes, but also sort of not. Because at some point, the term ATM machine becomes like, it gets a different meaning. ATM doesn't really stand for whatever it stands for. I don't know actually. But it's just become, you know, it means that you can get money from the machine. Oh, whoops, I already had done this one. Same like actually with Sahara Desert. Like you have the Kalahari Desert and then the Namib Desert and all that kind of stuff. So why not Sahara Desert? It does make sense. Okay, we got almost all of them now. Let's do that. Let's do the last couple. We got 2 to go. Ah, it's an automated teller machine. Never knew that. Okay, that is all of them. So now we can remove these. We can watch them all perish. Let's do that in slow motion. Let's do it at a quarter of the speed. Here they come. We have solved Corona. It's gone. Forever. Alright, let's remove this. Because I do sort of want to keep this Megapark serious. Like, not do too much of that stuff. Cleansed the world in a sadistic coaster accident. Now here's a fun philosophical question. Let's say you had a button. And that button would kill 30 people at random. Basically, how many people fit into that coaster. And Corona would disappear. But the people wouldn't just be killed at random. They wouldn't just die. They would actually be assembled somewhere. You know, in front of the Capitol building in the USA or whatever. And they would be killed there. It would be televised, all that stuff. And people would know that you made the decision. And then Corona is gone. Would you do it? Because I don't think I would. I realize that you should. Oops. But to actually see the people that you randomly selected die and it's, you know, you did it, I wouldn't probably not be able to push that button. But anyone that would press the button, I would be like, yeah, the fair game. You know, you're solving Corona. You're actually saving more people than you're killing. This is basically just a trolley problem with more steps. Well, it's a more interesting version of the trolley problem because apart from the fact that you obviously, you know, it's a hypothetical, not a realistic scenario, but it's actually applicable to our current situation. Whereas the trolley problem isn't. Unless, of course... Oh wait, these are different benches. Unless, of course, you were in one of the participants in that one Vsauce minefield video, where they actually did simulate the trolley problem and people really thought that they would have to make the decision. You know what I don't... your comment reminded me of this. I pressed the button. If you press the button, you would save 3,000 people by pressing it that day. What I dislike is people saying, well, that's another 9/11 amount of deaths every day. Sure, they're right. And they're like, well, people cared about that. They don't care about this. That comparison doesn't work at all for me. Like, sure, the number of deaths is comparable and it's both very tragic and people should care more about Corona. But you can't compare a terrorist attack to a slow virus that's been here for about a year now. You just can't compare it. People have become used to the virus being around. And the virus was going to kill some people anyway, regardless of how strict lockdowns would have been. And, you know, it's not an attack on American soil. Yeah, if you get 9/11 attacks every day, you get used to that as well. You know, just buildings go down, it happens. Of course, that would be absolutely terrible, but you would get used to it. The human mind is very good at getting used to that kind of stuff. And yes, the number of anti-maskers and, you know, all those kind of people is terrifying. But to say that people should care every day just like they cared about 9/11 is just... it's a stupid comparison. I'm working as a minimum wage employee at a restaurant. So boy do I know about how people feel about Corona. It's exhausting, I can imagine. That doesn't mean it's right to sit by or protest against measures taken to try and prevent. So I'm going to disagree with you there. Of course, it's not okay to protest against the measures. I think you got that right. But I don't think that just sitting by is wrong. People have their life going on, you know, you don't know what's going on in their life. They might have lost someone due to Corona, and they just might not have any energy to try to do anything about it. And they might just need all their energy to just live their life. Sitting quietly only ever helps the oppressors. Maybe it does. But on the other hand, you can't expect everyone to spend a lot of time and energy to protest stuff. Well, you could do something about it by, you know, campaigning, you know, wear masks, tell people that, you know, that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't have the energy to do that. Yeah, as long as you do your part, it's fine. I agree with that. And I do miss going out with my friends. But yeah, we gotta deal with it. So I haven't been out with them for quite a while now. But it's okay. Okay, let's build a mine train that I was going to build. Now actually, let's first make some hills. Some snowy hills. Because I was going to do that as well, to make something, maybe a centerpiece? Let's see what we can do. Let's give myself obscene amounts of money. There we go, almost 6 million. I wonder if that's enough for what I want to do. Oh god, I'm burning through it very fast. I don't think 6 million is enough. I don't think you can overflow this number, but I think you can overflow some of the numbers here in the financial summary. Well, I've cheated before with money because I didn't want to wait. So I'm absolutely fine with that. But yeah, I'm cheating. I don't think 6 million is enough. So wrong out of context. Are you referring to what that angry German did with 6 million? Because yeah, that would sound a bit wrong. Okay, I want the hills to be very high. I don't know how to make realistic hills though, so I'm just dragging this around a bit. Let's make this huge because the park is huge. Yeah, we'll go up a bit here. Let's make this go up a bit as well. Push some parts of the hill down. Yeah, I should. I'm basically just dragging this tool around. There we go. Should make some kind of foothills as well, otherwise it's too sudden. And I will of course make it snowy at the top. Make a waterfall. I could make a waterfall. Oh, thank you very much for FF of 4F Filon. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you. If you were to make your own Park Tycoon game with master game makers who could do whatever you ask them to do, what would you make them do? I don't know. The thing is, I'm not a game designer, and I have some ideas that will probably be fun and good, but I'm not a game designer, so I would probably just start with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and just work off from there and just make them add stuff that I think would be cool. Oh, it's an A, Avalon. So I would definitely have an HD remaster of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Just keep the same kind of feel to the graphics, but just make it HD. Just like what they did to Age of Empires 1 and 2. And yeah, probably some other stuff. You know, extend limit, general stuff that Open RCT2 is planning to do anyway. It's a common thing in game design that the designer thinks something would be fun, while the prototype just to learn it's not fun at all. Yeah. Stuff like that. Also, what I would also add to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is a trigger system. You remember the calculator that I built, right? I would add something that you could do that as soon as one train passes a certain piece, then it would make another train go, for example. So you know, sort of redstone like. Okay, I think the big hill's about done. It looks pretty cool. Let's make it snowy. Yeah, a bit like the Minecraft activator rails. Okay, 6 million was easily enough. And now I'm rich. I don't care though. Let's see if I can keep this roughly at the same height. Gotta go around there. Looks a bit like Olympus Mons. That's the tallest mountain on Mars, right? Yeah, this thing is not very... It's not very pointy, it's very wide. You'll probably want to transition from grass to half dead grass to rock to all. I can't speak tonight, but you're right. Let's do this in a ring around it. This is without a doubt the biggest scenery project that I've ever done. Now rocks. And I might need to intermingle them a bit more. But yeah, this does already look better. I always like a brush-based system over a hex-based system for landscaping. I'm not sure what exactly the difference is between those two. What they exactly are. Alright, since this is a bit lower, we might need to keep it rocky here. Since, you know, the lower, the less snow. Brush is painting circle, hex is the little squares, or hex for setting textures. Oh, so this is hex then, I suppose. Cutaway view would be useful here. I'm not exactly... Yeah, to keep it all at the same height, I suppose. But I don't want to be that precise. Ooh. I think I did a fairly good job. I might, for example, make this rocky and this. Let's see. Yeah, this looks pretty good. A little frozen lake in the mountains. Ah yes, I was planning on that. I can do one here. We can do it. Oh no, it's too high for water. Damn it. It's partly because my park already starts... Oh wait, that's not right. My park already starts 21 meters higher than usual. Because I want plenty of underground space. Yes, too high for water is actually a thing. You can't do water very high. In fact, this is the highest I can do from ground level, which is not very high. Who put these rules in place? Well, Chris Sawyer did. Go complain to him. Can you cheat around it with the tile inspector? Let's give it a shot. I think I've tried that before and I don't remember. Okay, so the water doesn't go with it. Which, yeah. Doesn't work. Alright, now we got a big ass mountain here. Which looks cool. Let's actually save the park. Version 3. I don't think we need to build a ride quite yet, although someone suggested an observation tower on the top. Imagine you're Chris Sawyer and you're getting emails and posts from annoyed RCT fans 2020. That would be great though. A bobsled. Yeah, I could build a big bobsled on this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. A huge bobsled. And then also a cable car to the top. Yeah. Let's do that first. What makes me prefer RCT2? I'm not sure. Yeah, well, it's... I don't know, it ages better. It has a better management system than RCT3. But it's kind of difficult to put it into words. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Athlon. It reminds me of skiing holidays. Okay, now I need to make a space where I can build a station. There we go. Doesn't actually need to be that long, but I don't care. There we go. Okay, so what I want is normal entrances at the bottom and then a snowy entrance on the top. But you can't do that. But let's see if I can make it do that anyway with some tricks. There is actually an extreme Alps map. Sort of. Let me save it and let me show you it quickly. There is Alpine Adventures, which has a lot uglier mountains than the one I just made. You know, it's just done this, which is very boring. So yeah, this is the scenario you were looking for. Icicle worlds, yeah, but that's not really... that's more like icebergs. There's Grand Glacier. which is pretty good actually. It's a nice glacier. But let's see if I can find Icicle World. There we go. Oops, wrong one. There we go. This is... Oh no, it's not the one I imagined. This is pretty cool actually, and a lot better than the one with the ugly mountains, Alpine Adventures. Yeah, this is actually a nice scenario. But I believe you can't build underground here, or you can't remove trees or something. Let's take a look. Wrong thing. Oh no, that must have been a custom scenario that I played, which I didn't like. I really dislike not being able to remove trees. Anyway, let's get back to the park. There we go. Okay, someone suggested log cabin, which is probably a better idea. Oh, whoa, 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 this is ugly. Wow. I did not expect that. Let's see if snow ice looks... No. Okay, this looks slightly better. What if I make this brown and do log cabin? Still looks terrible. I'll keep it. It looks alright, I suppose. Except for the last tile. Okay, from this angle it doesn't look okay. From this angle it looks kind of like it's in the middle. Maybe space. I think they're all bad. Yeah, the log cabin is more jungle because it got all those open windows. So that's not really maybe that good. So let's do let's do snow and ice. Let's make this white again. So now I want to see if I can get normal entrances down here, which I might be able to. If I do this, and if I then build another dummy ride, you know, let's build another chain lift or cable lift. It only needs one of each, I think. Can I open this? Station not long enough. Okay, now I can open it. Good. Yeah, being able to pick a theme from each station would be nice. Now I'm going to try something. I'm going to select this. What if I open it? Yes, that works. And if I now just give that the same name. Oh, name already exists. I can't give it the same name. Damn it. Just put it underground. I was going to make it invisible, but yeah, putting it underground is probably a better idea. You know what? Then I'll just make it a crooked house. Oops. There we go. Okay, where did I build it? somewhere here, right? Yeah, there we go. Somewhere here should be the... Ah, found the entrance tile. Because for some reason I can't control click on it at the moment. Copy. Paste. Let's raise it up a bit. And let's turn it around. There we go. Also the exit, which is a bit easier. Wait, where did I put... I put the exit right next to the entrance, right? Why is there... Wait, what? The exit is right next to the entrance. Why is there no exit on the tile right next to the one with the entrance? Oh, they're both called an entrance. My bad. What happens if you put 4 merry-go-rounds into each other? Would it still possible to connect them all to a path? I don't think so. I think they would... Well, no, yes, probably it would be. Because enters and exits probably do work like that. I'm not entirely sure though. Okay. This works so far. And yes, something with a capital I and lowercase l would be nice. But we'll work on that later. Actually, no, let's just pick a name right now. So, something that starts with an I. What do you guys think? I could use it incline, but I think incline is maybe a bit of a lame name, a bit of a boring name. Ice Walkers. That's not too bad. Mount Marcel. Well, that doesn't start with an I. Ice Crown's accent. I'm not sure what exactly that means. Ice climbers. I like that. That fits nicely. So we'll call this ice climbers. And then we'll call this right. Loose climbers. Okay, so the L is a bit different, but it's close enough. Just saw your video on how you managed to get the chairlift with a 0.00 rating. I hope you enjoyed it. It ends with an L. Yeah, but a normal L and a normal I don't look the same. Okay. Let's build a path to the top, shall we? All through the mountains. Oh, Ice Crown's Ascent. Ah. Well, we already have a name now. But that does make more sense, yeah. I kind of want this path to just go all around. And then we can have a couple of paths, you know, down. Which would probably look quite nice. And then we'll have a bobsleigh go up and down and over and under and whatever else. And after we're done with that, we're gonna spam some trees. Because this mountain definitely needs more decoration. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one a bit back so that it aligns with this. Actually, let's finish this first. You know, I can just do that. Alright, we got our path around it now, so now we can open it. And of course, also open this ride. Ha, it works perfectly. My trick worked. I'm very happy with that. Although we still have the icy thing here, which I don't want, so these will all be gone. And so now I'll have to build another one of these anyway. Let's just put it somewhere. Wait, why doesn't my shift work anymore? Oh, there we go. Now we have all 3 possible station pieces. Once again, I can't control click through the ground. So, where did I put them? Oh, okay, found them. I need to copy the track piece and paste it here. And then erase it. Oh, wait. That's not good. I need to do this. Oh. It just crashed. Well, apparently I can't do that. That just doesn't work. Alright. You're gonna go. I'll make these all visible again. RIP the guests who just died. Oh well, it's all in the name of science, you know? They died and now we know that this doesn't work. Let's double close and open. Let's also fix this. We'll just keep it like this. Well, usually chairlifts cannot crash. But even the mini golf can crash if you mess about with it enough. Let's make it go a bit faster. Oh, whoa! I still have that one cheat unlocked. Which could mean a lot of fun things. Oh, well, it can also crash if you do this. Once again, not something I expected. 400 kilometers per hour might be a bit too quick. Let's just keep it at the original maximum, which is 14. There we go. I might also just want a bit fewer cars. 20. And let's reset the crash status. Okay. Let's build a path down. I blame Mr. Bones. Good idea. That way we are absolved of any responsibility. There we go. That's one path to the top, and we'll add more later once they become relevant. Let's do the benches and the bins. As usual. Wrong benches. Observation tower at the top. I might do that. But first I'm going to build the bobsled. Which is gonna be great. And I won't use cheat with the bobsled. It'll be a normal, albeit big bobsled. Alright, now the bins. I blame Max Arceus. I do blame him, yeah. Arceus is the god of Pokemon. He could have stopped it if he wanted to. So yeah, it's, you know, he might not have caused this, but he allowed it to happen, which is not, you know, is almost as bad. Oh, there's no path leading from the exit. What do you mean there is a path? Is it because I made it invisible? Does it just not work? Does it just give that notification constantly? We might have to deal with that. But let's first see if the entrance and exit, or at least the exit, still works. We know the entrance works because guests are getting on it. I think you need to switch it in the tile inspector with the visible one. Oh, that might be a good idea. Yeah, this one is still... If I do that... That might get rid of it. Oh, of course, it's referring to the underground attraction. Yeah. You're right. Well, we're not going to solve that. So, we'll just have to deal with that. Alright. The top here is done for now. Let's do a bobsled. And we'll make the station somewhere on the mountain. I think this is a nice place. So now we don't need a long chain lift. I'll just make it go all the way around, which would be cool. No, not up, down please. Thank you. We might need multiple chain lift, but that's alright. It's a bit quiet in this area of the park. Let's see. Increase the chain lift to its maximum of 9. There we go, that gives a bit of sound. Let's do a helix here. Let's hope it doesn't crash here as well. Let's see what it does. Oh yeah, it does actually crash. That's not good. Let's just do this. Thank God for this ghost test mode. So this might crash once we put some guests on it, but we'll see. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, look at this turn. This is cool. Looks dangerous a bit. Do the trains make it to here? Yes, they do. Oh, well, they crashed there. I can fix that though, with a well-timed brake. No idea how fast they are going to go here, but we'll see. I don't know if 57 is good. Let's see. Well, that's about the speed it was already going, but it does solve it. But I think we need to go one lower because it barely slows it down. I hope it still makes it though. Ah, welcome to your first stream, JChef39. Is it gonna be dangerous with guests? Yeah, that's why I'm slowing it down one more. Just to be sure that it doesn't crash with guests on it. Okay, this doesn't work. We can just do a normal one. Okay, it's still going here. Nice. Looks good. It's a bit slow here, but that's alright. Give it some tunnels. Nah. I said I wasn't going to use cheat, so I won't. It's more exciting if there's a chance of death. Wouldn't you agree? Everything's more exciting if you can die doing it. Okay, so far this bobsled isn't going to be that huge, but it's still fairly large. Okay, let's make a second lift hill. The hill before the double helix into brakes is really unsafe when guests are inside. Well, we'll see about that when I open the ride. Because you might absolutely be right. And if you are right, then it's bye-bye guests. We'll have some fun interactions here with the land. Oh, that doesn't fit. Okay, that's ugly. Let's... Can I avoid... I can avoid that pillar. Nice. I can even go around it. Will it make this? It will. Amazing. Okay. Let's do this. This is a fairly realistic bobsled, right? You know, small hills. You know, it's a bit unsafer than what would be realistic. But other than that, it's fairly realistic. The excitement rating will be pretty good. Well, for a bobsled, sure. But bobsleds aren't known for great excitement ratings. So it will probably still be quite bad in the end. Okay, and now let's get back to the station. There we go. Paint it yellow and green and call it Cool Runnings. That's a reference that I do not get. And I don't think yellow and green is really fits. Do you have hot choco stalls? Can you stop with the lifts bit, Dudder? I'm not going to do this. It's getting annoying. I have hot cocoa stalls. Yes, I will add them. In fact, since this is a mountain, I'm going to add several. Hot cocoa everywhere. There we go. Oh, it's from a movie about the Jamaican bobsleigh team. Right, but I was more thinking something like these colors. Which I think look better. It's a bit more icy. Hospital and toilet. Yeah, I will add some other stalls. But everything has its time. And we'll make these red. Red always fits well in the snow. No, it doesn't crash on empty trains. It might crash on full trains though. But we're going to have to wait and see. Can you rotate one of the coffee stalls? Like you want this one to be like this? So that they're all in a... Well, they're not all in a different direction. But now it is more in a corner. Okay, what would be a good name for this? Let's make it, of course, a snowy entrance. Let's open it up. The one on the right should be rotated once. Right, yeah, then I have all orientations. I also kind of want this one to be on the inside, so let's just change the mountain. There we go. Now I can put this one on the inside. But now I need to rotate one of them again. Because now these two are the same, which means I can rotate this one like this and this one like this, and now we have all directions. Okay, so what name suggestions did we get? Bob jij of Bob ik? It's a bit too Dutch, but I do appreciate it. Ice Ice Baby. Bob Yeet, Santa's deer, the Mountain King. I've seen someone say that before and I like that. Let's do that. Let's look at the stats. It's got 6.13 excitement, which is fairly low, but decent for a bobsleigh. 6.81 intensity and 6.12 nausea. Excitement is almost its lowest stat. Damn. And it's about 1500 meters long, which is just under a mile. Which is fairly long, but not mega long. Let's make it do some music. Let's do... What's the difference between... What is snow and ice? Okay, this is just wind. This is not bad. Bob Ross Mountain Slide. Why Bob Ross? Because he paints mountains? Okay, let's check out the ice style. Oh, because it's a bob coaster. This isn't bad either, but I prefer snow style. Make it horror style. No, it won't crash. I promise you guys, it won't crash. Because when I promise that, it will be all the funnier when it does crash. Okay, let's indeed, like some of you guys asked, put an observation tower on the top. That's the wrong one. There we go. Now I can put an observation tower here. There we go. How about a name for this? We'll make it a bit more icier, I suppose. Of course, snow and ice entrance. North Pole. That's a pretty good name. Actually, I need to change this path because this fits better. I'll name it North Pole. I like that. Also, holy damn, it's crowded here. Why is it so crowded here? Just because it's a new ride? Okay, I need to go this way and then I can connect it. They all want to ride the Mountain King. I think what's more appropriate is to say they all want to be the Mountain King. Because the first person who dies on this bobsleigh ride will be crowned the Mountain King. And they all know that, and they all want to be the first who dies, so they can be the Mountain King. And they're also just all suicidal. Now, decoration. Let's start with a castle. There are no toilets. Well, they just have to try to write their name in the snow. And if they can do that, they're excused from urinating in the wild. Water freezes too fast up there. Imagine taking a pee and it freezing before it hits the ground. Your pee is pretty warm when it comes out of your body. It would have to be damn cold for that. Of course there are places on Earth where it's cold enough for that to happen. But those places are so cold that if you were to expose any of your body so that you are able to pee, you would probably get frostbite immediately. Also, is it just me or are these snowballs on the hill kind of a safety concern? They might start rolling and there is a little bit of a path in the way. Oh well. It's a risk we'll have to live with. Don't worry, they are fake. Maybe they're fake, but they'll still be damn painful if it hits you square in the face. Something different. Did any of you guys watch Jaden Animation's latest video about the Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke? Because if you haven't, you should. It's an amazing video. And I'm a bit biased because Diamond, Pearl, Platinum are my favorite Pokemon games. But it's really an amazing video. Especially the ending. Have you ever played Pokemon Platinum, Max? Make Spear Pillar on this mountain. I think it's a bit too late for that. What do you think about Pokemon Platinum? Or Diamond or Pearl and Platinum, the whole trio? Do you like Sinnoh? Or do you hate it because there's not enough fire types? Which would actually be a reason for me to hate it, since fire is my favorite type, but oh well. Sinnoh is awesome, yes, I agree. I love the region. Okay, so there are a bit too many trees in places like this, so I'll delete some. I like how Platinum added little patches of snow at several places. Yeah, that was cool. It makes it for a bit of a different atmosphere. And Dawn and Lucas are also wearing warmer clothes. As is Barry. Johto and Sinnoh are still God tier though, and Hoenn Gang. Well, I have not played Johto or Sinnoh enough to really have a big opinion about it. I've played through Heart Gold and Soul Silver and didn't really like them all that much. But I've never really explored both regions. So I do like Hoenn from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And I think Unova is amazing. Especially, well, mostly in Black and White 2. It was not super great in Black and White. So it looks like there are a lot more trees here, but we're seeing a lot of the trees that are not actually together because we're looking downhill. Like now it looks like there are more trees on the other side. So I think it's about evenly distributed. And someone said that this mountain was really great. Let me scroll up to find who it was. It was Jacob V11. Thank you very much. And yes, I agree. I love this. I love this mountain. The higher we go, the more trees there are. It's reverse biology. It's just how RCT works, okay? Yeah, Black and White 2 has the better world. I think they are the best Pokemon games in existence. Black and White 2, so much to do. Sacrifice some guests to the RCT gods. I've already done that. I've killed an entire train of guests. Can't beat red and blue. I have never played a first or second gen game, because Diamond was my first main series game, and I've played through Sapphire once, which I borrowed from a good friend. But I've never played a first or second gen game. Not even on Virtual Console. And yeah, Red and Blue, they're great, they're innovative. I mean, they're the first Pokemon games. But in hindsight, they were a really buggy mess in some areas. So it was pretty easy, in my opinion, for later gens to beat it. Because I haven't played the first games, but I know a fair bit about different issues. Okay, I think for now the mountain is done, and I love it. It's amazing. And it really gives the park some extra, well, a third dimension essentially. It's the first time we're really going up, if you don't count this silly little hill. And Gen 1 also had some really weird decisions. Like, you have attack, and you have special. You have attack, you have defense. Then you also have special moves, which use your special attack, but there's just one special stat. Which is odd. Yeah, the lift is pretty centered. I'm not going to add another lift. That would be too much. Would be cool, but I would have needed to plan that more in advance. Now I want to start building up to the mountain here and on the other side. So that it looks more integrated, because right now it looks more like a distant area. Let's save, so we don't lose it. And now I might finally build that mine train coaster that I was going to build. How about a mine train going into the mountain? That's not a bad idea. So, some of you Pokemon fans might know of a website called Pokemon Showdown. And I've been active again there lately. And yesterday I participated in a trivia night in one of the rooms. And at some point, someone was like, Okay, a question about a custom, not custom, a side game is coming up. I was like, oh, I don't know a lot about side games. The only side game I know about is Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. And lo and behold, the question was about Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. And I was like, I am the god of prediction. I want to make this fit into the mountain. And I also won that question. I was the first one to answer it correctly. The question was, what Pokemon launches your ball in the Ruby and Sapphire fields? To which the answer is, of course, Spoink. Which is a funny little Pokemon. There we go. That's fixed. Oh, this still isn't fixed. Do I need to... Okay, screw it. I'm just going to leave that. That's fine, though. This thing is gonna go fast. This is a 60-meter drop. I need to get Pinball Ruby Sapphire. If you can find it for a nice price and you can afford it, then definitely. But it might be expensive, considering a lot of those old Pokemon games are nowadays. But it's a lot of fun. And I got it before I had played any of the main series games. I got it back in 2004. I remember we were going to be traveling through Europe with my parents, me, my brother and my parents, for 3 months. Which was an amazing holiday, by the way. I was 7 at the time. And to entertain us a bit more in the car, we both got a Game Boy Advance. And we both were allowed to choose 2 games, so we had 4 games in total. So we went to an Intertoys, which is a children's shop in the Netherlands. And I saw Pokemon Pinball. And I was like, okay, I like pinball games. I like Pokemon. You know, I like the anime. So I'm gonna choose that. But then my brother said, why would you choose that? It's just a pinball game with a Pokemon skin. It's not gonna be very cool. But I chose it anyway, because I was stubborn. And boy was he wrong. It's the game we both played the most and fought over the most during the entire trip. Whenever my mom hears the sound of Pokemon Pinball, the music, she always has to think about Croatia. Because that's where we were for a long time and it's what we played when we were in the backseat of the car. That's how much we played it. Got great memories from that. Okay, let's not make it go all the way down here. Let's do some helixes. This is fun. This is sort of a butterfly element. Or whatever you would call this. If I could live anywhere in the Pokemon world, where would you live? Oh, blue flag. Oh, this is what you meant with blue flag. I don't know. Probably somewhere in a not too big city in Sinnoh. So I don't know what would be good candidates. Jubilife is obviously too big. Maybe Celestial Town. Snowpoint is a bit too far away. Santium Town. Salation Town. Wait, where is Salation Town again? I've totally forgotten. Maybe Eterna City, which is not too big, or Floroma. Yeah, Hardhome City has nice music. The thing is, if you live there, you probably wouldn't have that music constantly playing in the background. Or it would get annoying very quickly. To the east of Hardhome and then north. Oh, it's the breeder town, which has the daycare, right? Yeah, now I know, with the Pokemon Tower and the Deoxys meteorite. Or was that in Vilstone? I don't know. Maybe there are two. Okay, let's get back to the station. Meteorite is in Vilstone, yeah. Or was the Spirit Tomb thing in Salation? Okay, let's test it officially. And let's follow it. Pretty near it, yeah. Yeah, below it, right? I still remember that when you go up and down in the right position, you have a path which is 123 tiles long. Which is perfect for hatching eggs. Alright, let's see where we end up. 131 kilometers an hour. Alright, good speed, good speed. It's gonna be a tight turn, but guests will be fine. Okay, that's an issue. We'll just make this one smaller. There we go. Let's hope it just makes this next hill. I don't really mind the cold. So I will be fine. And if you live in the south, especially in Diamond and Pearl, it's not too cold in Sinnoh. Like, there are beaches with people swimming on them. There's even a town called Sunny Shore. Alright, this looks better. It probably makes this. Not a lot of clearance, but it does make it. Does it make this final hill? No! Oh god. I can change that though. I can totally fix that. I'll just do this. Photo section. Yeah, I can do this. Is this thing made of friction? Nice. Well, the thing is, the chain lift... Well, it's actually fairly high, never mind. Yeah, why does it slow down that much? Good point. That's weird. Alright, let's build a path. I said a path, not scenery. You know what? We'll build this going through the mine train coaster. A nice and long entrance path. And on the way we'll pick up some path bonuses. Yes! These things will give us some extra excitement. Okay, now to build the other path. Which will also sort of go through the mine train coaster. Remember to fill the path with entertainers. Why? It's not that long. Guests will be fine. Okay, that doesn't actually fit. Let's just go over here. That's another path bonus. As is this. Right, yeah. Oh, I can just connect it to here. That's a pretty big circle of path. But it's fine. And then I'll just build it up here. Twitch, please let me lower the resolution. I need a partner to be a partner for you to do that. And I'm going to stream more during the holiday, so I might become a partner. And then you would be able to lower the resolution. What's the place you'd want to live the least? In Pokemon, you mean? Or in real life? Because in real life the answer to that is pretty easy. You know, standard North Korea or Syria or something. But in Pokemon it would be a bit more difficult. Okay, I actually wanted to connect to a bit of a different position. I'm not sure where I'd want to live the least in Pokemon. Maybe in Gen 8, in the Galar region, just because it's considered to be one of the worst Pokemon games. Or at least considered by me to be one of the worst Pokemon games, and I haven't even played them. Lavender Town, that's... yeah, Lavender Town is a pretty good guess. I wouldn't want to live there. I can play the Lavender Town theme on guitar though. It's pretty easy to play. And it's pretty cool. Lavender Town is actually pretty nice. Well, except for all the ghosts and stuff. Which are decidedly not nice. No one has become the Mountain King yet. Nope. I told you guys, it won't crash. Maybe it'll crash on a particularly heavy load of guests. You know, when a couple of Americans go into it. Would you like to live in Grinchy City? Never heard of it, so I can't answer that. Okay, let me take a little look at that. Okay, nope, definitely not. That's like the Slough of the Pokemon anime. If anyone knows where Slough is and what it is. Do we have any people from Slough here? That would be pretty cool. They wouldn't have to climb to the top. There is a nice cable lift. How many guests has this had? Almost 500. And no deaths. Which is pretty good. Do you know if rain increases the likelihood of crashes? So, yes and no. It indirectly does. Because rain does increase the chance for a breakdown, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it does. And most crashes happen during a breakdown. So in that case, yes, indirectly, you would need to have a higher chance. And what also increases the chance for a breakdown is a higher chain lift speed. So that might be a reason to not make it to make it lower actually, instead of higher, which I always do. I said that Slough was similar to Grinchy City, aka Industrial Hellscape. And I'm not even sure how accurate that joke is, because I only know it from Tom Scott, who made pretty much the same joke. Ha! I got an award for being the safest park. You see, they inspected the Mountain King and they found that it's perfectly safe. You are all wrong. It will never ever crash. Mark my words. How cool would it be if it crashed right after I said that? Perfectly safe, yes. So I've already given a tour of the park when I started the stream, Kona Shiner. But I'll do another short tour. We've got a jungle coaster here with entertainers in suits pretending to be animals. We got the future area with a lot of abstract stuff, an LAM launched coaster and teleporting go-karts. Which are pretty physics defying, but also pretty cool. We got the Titanic and the Titanic rescue mission. We got a big foresty floorless coaster. We got Mr. Bones motion simulators. We got a Roman themed vertical drop coaster with two gladiator, well, one gladiator, one tiger. We got log flume. We got a candy themed dentist's nightmare. We got a snow themed coaster, Corkscrew coaster. We have a deserty bit with a hairpin, which is currently broken down. Oh, and a pyramid. And we got this thing, which is Mr. Bones' glitchy ride, which is like a haunted mansion ride. And what we added today is the space themed ride Saturn and Jupiter. Which I actually... This is definitely the favorite thing that I've built today. Well, a coaster. I mean, the mountain is probably better, but as it just arrived, this is the best thing I've built today. Easily. Then we got this thing which is kind of stuck. How long has it been like this? Because it hasn't crashed. So it might have been like this forever. Oh my god. It only had 788 guests. I don't know. When did this happen? Yeah, I don't know. Can we get any clues of that? Okay, definitely long enough ago to piss off this guy. Okay, this doesn't really tell me much. How could this happen? Well, I can tell you how this happened. The chain lift broke down about halfway. So once a boat was halfway, so it made it over this thing, but it did not make it over the jump. Oh no, a particularly heavy pair of guests would go faster, not slower, Kirby. It's been fixed now, but this might have been from a previous breakdown. I have no idea. Although the downtime is very long. Okay, let's just do this. Well, that was interesting. On with the tour of the park. What else did we add today? Alright, then we started the mountain. With the bobsleigh coaster, the cable lift, and the observation tower. And a ton of trees. Queue time might give a hint. Well, it's at 2 minutes now, and I'm not sure if it was different before, but if it was, it's too late now. It might happen again, though. Yeah, the upper part has no chain lift. Well, that's because technically this isn't part of the same ride. Like, they're two different rides. There's actually a tunnel piece here, because otherwise it would fly off the tracks. But I've made that tunnel piece invisible. And I've put another ride with the same colors in its place, which points the other way, so that I could build it. To make it look like it's normal. It's a bit complicated, but it works. Alright, no problem, Kona Shiner. Oh, and of course we built this thing. Which I haven't opened yet. What are you guys thinking of a name and a theme? Because we still need both. Ooh, we have almost 5,000 guests. Let's do some advertising so that we get to 5,000. Mine theme with Dirtland. So the problem with that is that I don't think we have mine theme at the moment. And I already am using a lot of different scenery pieces. Let's see. No, we don't have mine theme, so I don't think I can use that. Unfortunately. I can do the Hogwarts Express. Which is pretty cool. I don't really think I can do it Harry Potter themed, because that's too complicated for me. I could have... Wait a minute, I could just disable walls. Yes, I can do mine themed. Object selection. See, you can't do this in the normal game. But here I can disable walls just fine. Another advantage of Open RCT2. Now we don't have walls anymore, which feels really strange. And I might need to enable some of the walls again. Like I've already used these when I need them, but most of them I won't use. So this is perfectly fine. And we have mind theming now. And apart from that, I think I'm at my maximum theming anyway, maximum number of themes. So let's make it dirty. Which sounds wrong. But it's not incorrect. So, Diggy Diggy Hole. I do like that name. Let's make it dirty. Proceeds to cover the ground in shit. Yeah, this is not dirt. This is excrement. You know what? Let's continue that from this area. And then we'll do, you know, some other mine-themed stuff here. In fact, before I decorate it, let's build the other ride that we are going to build here. Oh, I missed the spot there. There we go. Make some smaller hills. I'll do that, but after I've built the other rides. Let's build a crooked house. I don't think... No, I don't have it yet. You have one underground. Yeah, but that doesn't count. Wild West style. Ah, it doesn't need to play music. We already have the coaster. Can you replace the crooked house with a prison house? That's not a bad idea. I'll need to make it available to myself. Build a train named Not a Mine Train. Why? You know, all this stuff that I'm doing here, constantly selecting new rides. Oh, oops, I got one too many. Is there any I can deselect? Lol, I haven't built an actual drink stall yet, because I can still deselect it. Okay, I won't deselect that. Let's deselect this car, right? Oh wait, I also need to actually select that. What I'm doing right now was possible before Open RCT2, and I've done it once when I forgot to add the cash machine when I made a scenario. And I used the trainer to add it, but it was all complicated, and this is so much easier. Do you have a rapid river or a log flume? Oh god, is the maze bugged again? Or is it too many images? I don't know. I have built a log flume in this park, and I have a rapid river available. Let's make this do horror style then. Because I don't think there's a prison style. Ooh, I know a mine themed ride. Let's deselect one ride. Let's deselect the standard twist. And let's go. Yeah, this is a lot better. For this one. This, you know, you could call this mine themed. It's a diamond and, you know, diamond mine. With a bit of imagination. It all fits. And you know what? Let's build a river rapids. We have some space here. This is more than enough for river rapids. What does prison style music sound like? I know exactly what prison style music sounds like. It sounds like the opera music from Shawshank Redemption. Which is an amazing scene. Okay, so I'm absolutely terrible at building good river rapids. I usually just build it like a coaster and do random elements. Urban style could maybe be prison music. Maybe. But I think the opera fits better, if only as a reference. Some whirlpool to make the guests dizzy. Do the special elements on the river rapids change any stats? They probably do. Like they all add something to the excitement, intensity and nausea rating. Up until a certain point, up until you have, you know, X of those elements. But I don't know the specifics. I do know that for the turntables in the log flume, it's like that. You have up to 2, I believe, up to 6 reverser pieces on the reverser coaster. So in general, yes, it works like that. So it probably does here too. Especially considering these are pretty integral parts of the ride. Yeah, the thing is a circle, like you'll see here. So, it doesn't really matter. Also, I'm not sure. Does every whirlpool make it do 1 rotation? Because if so, I had no clue. No, the turns also make it do rotations. Why do my streams not work for you? I'm not sure. What exactly doesn't work? Does it just not load? Which, if it does not load, you're not hearing me. So, my question would not be received. Well, that's really unfortunate. Actually, let me type that in the chat for him. Idea for another stream, the exact opposite of all of this, the smallest park possible, like 10 by 10 tiles. I've done similar things. I've done Micropark before, which is 13 by 13. Hey Marcel, do park maps from the info kiosk have any kind of effect for the guests? So, roughly how pathfinding works is guests look a certain number of junctions ahead. And a junction is, for example, this, you know, this is also a junction, I believe, with the exit of the entrance path. And also the one with the exit. That's all a junction. And what the park map changes is that they look a greater number of junctions ahead. So they can find rides further away. Which also means that if you have a park that has paths like this, a lot of this stuff, then guests will not be able to look very far away. Because there are a lot of junctions. So you should avoid making too small of a grid. What's my opinion on the 2003 Xbox port of RCT? I have never played it. I have heard of it before. My only opinion is that I cannot imagine that it plays as easily as a PC game, where you click a lot. I don't think that translates that well to console. People have told me before that it's, you know, actually quite alright, but I don't think it will be as good as on the computer. Alright, let's do some hills. And Sebastian asked me, what's my favorite food? Definitely spaghetti carbonara. Which I totally said the Dutch way. It's spaghetti, not spaghetti in English. It's just amazing. Okay, it's probably better than you think, the Xbox port, but yeah, it's no comparison to a keyboard and mouse. That's pretty much what other people have told me as well. Have you gotten a chance to try the recipe from a few weeks back yet? No, but funny thing, I still have it open in a tab on my laptop. I currently don't use my laptop for anything but watching my own stream and chat when I stream. And it's still open on the tab. Normally I take it to uni with me, but uni, you know, going to uni is not really a thing at the moment because of you know what. So I do all the stuff for uni I just do on my main computer. Give the poor laptop a reboot. I probably should. You guys may remember that a while ago I was constantly, it was constantly asking me for it to reboot because of some update, and I constantly had to say no, not right now. But whenever, the only times it would be open would be when I was live streaming. So every time it asked me to do a reboot, I was like, well, sure, but not now because I'm live streaming. That's the same that often happens with software updates on my phone. When I open it, I am going to use it, so I don't want to do an update. Okay, let's play some actual scenery. I've always liked mine theming. It's... I don't know what, but it gives me a certain rustic feeling. I'm not sure that's the exact right word, but we'll go with it. I don't know, but for example, the scenario Millennium Mines, which is a great scenario, I love it. Okay, I should make this have more flat areas, because right now I can't build enough. Yeah, outside of the boundaries of Forest Frontiers, there's indeed a little bit of space with some cabins. Which is really cool. Okay, now I've got some extra space. We have some junk. Now the question is, will I start using these as trees again? Which I'm very good at. Okay, this house will have some barrels. And there will also be some barrels here. Oh, and we have some wood right here. Oh, welcome to the stream, Puppy Bird. It's pretty good. I have a good time on this stream. This is probably my favorite Megapark stream so far. Let's see. Broken wheel. Did you ever manage to find out the issue you were having when you were trying to get a multiplayer game? Nope, I recently tried again to just set up a server and people still could not find it. I have tried to reopen the port in my router. It was still opened, it even had the name. The port that was open even carried the name Open RCT2. So I've definitely opened it before. But nothing worked. And I really have no clue why. Okay, there's a little bit of a junkyard here. If you look up what is my IP, do you get an IPv4 or IPv6 address? I don't know. What is my IP? Let's Google for that. So I don't know if this is an IPv4 or IPv6. And it doesn't say it here. How can I spot the difference? Is it very long? No, it's 2 digits, 3 digits, 2 digits, 2 digits, with dots in between. Oh wait, it does say it's IPv4. Yes. Okay, now I'll make this, what's it called? log cabin. I'll make these all a log cabin. Should be fine then. That's cool. Problem is, it's not fine. Because it doesn't work. Did you port forward when you tried to make the server? Well, the thing is, I have hosted servers from the place I live now on this same computer plenty of times before without any issues. So that's the weird thing. Oh, I think I have more appropriate cars for this. Hang on. Let me just disable that. Oak barrels. And we do this. Then we can now select oak barrels. Maybe you used to have IPv6. Why would I used to have IPv6 and now downgrade it back to IPv4? I'm not aware of any of those changes. And I don't think it would really make a lot of sense to do that. I don't know. You know what? I can probably add some trees here. Nightbot entered the park. Lol. Well, that shows that at least you don't need to talk to enter the park, because I don't think Nightbot has said a single thing yet. There are commands that you guys can use, but they're not really all that useful unless someone is asking me for, hey, what's the Discord link, because there's a command for that. Uptime. Yeah, I've seen people use uptime, but what does it do? Because I don't see a response to that. Does only the person who does it see the response? Yeah, I can see the uptime myself. Okay, so I was planning to do something. Right, trees. Okay, that's ugly. I could do dead trees, but... does this one fit? Huh. I think the common oak tree really clashes this olive green with the brown. So I don't like that. I think this one works better. The Montezuma pine tree. Although it's still quite green. No, it actually looks ugly as hell. I'm not going to do that. Maybe pine trees? Yeah, pine trees look fine. Should have thought of that earlier. Yeah, a tree trunk object, that would be cool. Although you can kind of simulate one with these barrels. I suppose, but then you also have to sort of simulate leaves to make it look like not just a bunch of barrels. The mine train coaster is quite popular. Okay, let's add some more miney things. There we go. And some wood. The areas between the hills look a bit fake. Maybe lowering them makes it better. Maybe. I suppose that's... Oh, no. I suppose that's because right now it looks just a bunch of hills on nothing. No. I don't want to do too much though, because then all my scenery disappears, which I worked really hard for to place. And I don't fancy doing that all again. Yeah, this does look better. There we go. Or are there supports now here? Yes, there are. This still looks better. Okay, let's add back some of the trees. I think this looks really nice. We still need a name for the river rapids. What do you guys think? Whoa, we got over 6,000 guests already. I have two types of trees. A big one and a smaller one, but I did that on purpose because this one looks nice. How did I get Barrel Rider? That's a nice name. How did I get this many guests? Advertising. I did not cheat any of the guests. It's all advertising. Because advertising ignores all other guest caps. And once you reach 7,000 guests, the spawn rate from naturally spawned guests gets cut in 4. But, like I said, advertisement is still as powerful as ever. So if you want to get to 8 or even 9,000 guests, and 9,000 guests is not possible in this park, because I've already used too many sprites, then you really need advertisement. And Max Arceus just asked what's the limit. The hard limit is 9,601. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. technically the sprite limit is 10,000, but somehow 399 are always used, no matter the size of the park. So then you are at 9601, which is not a lot if you consider filling up an entire park like this. But for every sprite you have in the park, because I said sprite limit, not guest limit, for every other sprite you can't have a guest. And if we look at this floorless coaster, it has 4 trains of 8 cars per train. That's another 32 sprites right there. And if we then look at the staff, I have 75, 81 staff members. Which is also another 81 sprites. The highest number of viewers I've ever had at once is 2000 something, but that was from a raid. If you don't count raid, it was about 170 a few weeks ago. If you place a sprite while at sprite limit, does it just delete guests? You just can't place a sprite while at sprite limit. It prevents you from doing that. In fact, let's show that. Question: can I remember what I called this park? Yes, I can. Okay, I did some funny stuff here. Let's load another version of this park. There we go, this is better. This is the most guests I've ever had in a single park without cheating. And I've made a video about this over 2 years ago now. And it uses 64 motion simulators and a shit ton of advertising and very long queue lines to prevent overcrowding. I'll show you what the path below looks like. Looks like this. And there's not a lot of guests on it. Because I have 9,520 guests. And of them, only 635 are walking. The queues for the motion simulators are massive. Most are over 100 guests. Or even over 200. And 9520 is the absolute limit. I can't get any higher. I have a few handymen and a few mechanics to make sure they start working, otherwise overcrowding becomes an issue. So, you know, if I delete one of these I might get a few more guests. But outside of that I can't get any more. I've really minimized the number of sprites by choosing motion simulators which only use up 1 sprite each. And which also allows me to use very little staff. But if I try to, for example, hire a staff member, too many people in game. Can't do it. You can sort of go over the limit with rides. Let me just build a custom one with a long station. But you can't go much over the limit. Also, a lot of lag in this park. I'm pretty sure that if you look back at the video I made about it, there was no lag. And I recorded that video on a laptop that's much less powerful than this computer. It really shows how much Open RCT2 has slowed down. Anyway, can we open this? Okay, we can test this. We're technically over the sprite limit now. But I believe that this means that as soon as a guest leaves the park or dies, a new one can't spawn because you're still over the sprite limit. But there is still a limit to this. If we build another ride, at some point we won't be able to spawn the trains. Why has Open RCT2 slowed down? Probably just less efficient coding. Trying to do more stuff, maybe more advanced pathing, which takes more time. And especially if you have a lot of guests, that really shows a big effect. Can I open this? No, I can't. It says unable to create enough vehicles. Tends to be less efficient with many small things on screen. Then I ask you, why does it still lag right now? There's nothing on the screen. No guests. So that should not have an effect. You should break a record by drowning all these guests at once. I've already done that video on my second channel. Not these guests, but there was 9601. Let's see how many I can still add. Can I add a single train? Yes, I can. Can I add 3 trains? Nope. 2. Yes. Okay, let's build another one and let's see how many exactly I can go over the limit. Well, that's not why they left the sprite limit in. It's just they can't raise it yet. Well, they can raise it very easily. They've been able to do it for years. But you can't save a park with a raised sprite limit. And they are still working on a custom save format. Which, once they can increase the sprite limit, they will. Okay, can I add 4 more cars? No. Can I add... Oh, I can't make it shorter than 4. Well, time to build a single card ride. How about a wild mouse? Let's build one of my custom designs. This one. It's not mine actually, but it'll do the job. Can I add 3 more? Nope. 2. Nope. 1. No. Are we at the exact limit? What if I make this one 2 sprites shorter? Can I then add... Let's see. I can't add 3. Can I add 2? No. Okay, so it works slightly different. I can add 1 though. So this is roughly the limit. So how many cars are this? This is 50. This is another 14. 15, which is 65. So we're about 65 past the limit. But then again, I don't think any new guests will come. Okay, this was a fun sidestep. Let's go back to the Megapark. There we are. We still need something for this area in between. Doesn't need to be very big, but right now it does stand out a bit as an empty area. Could be some scenery or anything. Do you guys have any ideas? Are there mods that remove the guest hard cap? Nope. I already have a candy themed area. RCT Classic does have a hard cap of 15,000 sprites. Oh yeah, so Waterfall. Someone said that before, might have been you, not sure. But I'll do a Waterfall. And a bit of a river and a lake. Actually, I have some ideas on how I want to do this. Because it's gonna be cliffy. And right now it's ugly, but it'll become prettier, trust me. I'll just, you know, drag this up a bit like this. And then I can have a river of 3 wide in between. Like, this is pretty, right? It's actually not, but it's good enough. God. I don't know how to make this look nice. How do people make steep cliffs? Like how? I don't think I'll add a splash boat right there. It's gonna be too complicated. Like, this is not cliffy at all. And then we also got to do the other side. I don't know how to do this. Is there a way to make the sides a different color? Yes, but I don't know if there are any better colors. Because all of them, all of the possible colors except 2, which is ice and this dirty color, or dirt color, dirt-like color, the other ones are all man-made. Which doesn't really help. So, let's do the waterfall. Actually... Okay, I might need a bit of... What's it called? Cutaway view here. There we go. And then I'll do a waterfall. And then I'll make secondary and tertiary, if that's even a word, waterfalls right there. And I once again need cutaway view. To build that. Oh, actually, I should lower the land here again. And I should just raise the water. That's one too many. Yeah, I could include some sort of ride, but I think that's too much. I don't think that's going to work out very well. Okay, did I place that right? I did. Now the other one. There we go. Now I of course need to make this icy. Oh, no, 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 no. This needs to be rock. And this needs to be there. I need you back. Where does the water come from? Somewhere inside the mountain. I'm not exactly sure where, but that's alright. Okay, we do have... We can see it down there, but that's alright. Add a treasure behind the waterfall. This is not a video game. Never mind, this is a video game. Okay, this actually so far has turned out better than I expected. Once I added the water. Let's add a bit of a lake here. That bobsled is working well. Remember when you were so worried about it and we had to assure you it was safe? Are you sure it wasn't the other way around? Maybe my memories are foggy, but I'm pretty sure it was the other way around. Okay, we have a tiny waterfall. Wait, we can't see this one from that angle. Oh, it's because this bit of land is in the way. Well, that looks ugly. Let's fix that. There we go, that's better. Yes, the waterfall is coming out of rock. That's right. Also, I need to fix this, otherwise it looks ugly. There we go. Part of the lake isn't filled. You're right. Now it is. Okay, I like this a lot more than I expected to like it. So far, it's quite exceeding my expectations. Actually, still one spot missing. Ah, damn it. Oh, it's good. So, let's build a couple of bushes around it. Boat hire in the lake. We already have a boat hire. I'm going to keep this thing rideless. Not everything has to have a ride. Which is something that I need to learn. And apparently you guys too. If you look at Megaparks, then you'll find, like other Megaparks that we've built, like Fluxtrans, that they often have vast areas without any rides. I've just disabled the spawn ride, so that's not going to happen. Nope, this is a nice, quiet lake. Well, I'm not so sure about the quiet, considering there's a waterfall nearby, which tends to make a lot of noise. But, maybe that's different in RCT. So I think... yeah, that looks nice. I think we're about done for today. Then give it a picnic corner. Okay, I'll do that. I'll, you know, this is places where people can sit. What ride is it? Yeah, it's the dummy chairlift. It's this underground crooked house. Okay, this I'll have to do for a picnic place. So, that is it for today, because I'm getting fairly tired. So, we will raid someone. We did that last time and it was a lot of fun. So, let me search on Twitch if I can find anyone who is streaming RCT who we can raid. Which will be fun. Oh, Waffles is online. And he is doing RCT. And he's playing a scenario, I believe it's Razor Rocks. Well, let's raid Waffles. Slash raid. And then it's Waffles the good boy. So, I want to thank you all very much for watching. It was a really fun stream. And I will see you in the next live stream. Have a good night.